Welcome back to Arcanum, where it's a Christmas miracle. Jeffrey is still alive.
What brings you back around?
Greetings, Jeffrey. Might I impose upon you for a moment?
Yes, what is it?
I found what was underneath the graveyard, Jeffrey.
Really? I'm very interested in obtaining that object. I'll pay you 500 gold pieces for it right now.
Sounds good. Here you are.
Thank you so much. Good day to you.
Sure.
You're not a bad sort. Nice doing business with you.
Oops. I accidentally a murder. What you got in your pockets, Jeffrey? Hey, could everybody stop crowding around so I can loot him? Why does it say the robes are Jeffrey? There we go. Priest robes. Okay, nothing special. The question is, did I get away with that? Or are the guards gonna kill me? He was just another zombie officer, I swear. He tried to attack me for this gem. It's a very dangerous magical artifact. It could hurt someone. I'm going to have it destroyed. Don't you worry, officer. I'm all about the king's justice. I think I got away with it. But I am nervous. Because this game is nothing if not inconsistent. While we're here, we'll just, Oh no, this is not the place I thought it was. It's up here. Hello? Guards? Wow, so this unlocking cantrip doesn't work at all. Saw your speech at the town hall. Rousing it was. Long past time we got that monument built. Why, there sure are a lot of guards around here. I hope they're not after me. Are we good? I would really hate to find out we're not good in short order and not have any recourse to fix it. This is the generic boat. Alright. Azram Star, which I can't get to yet. And the main quest. Okay. Well. Let's check in with Teach. See what he has to say. I expect we're going to get a strong warning that we need to be ready to go. Ahoy there, matey. What can old Teach do Doogie for? Good to see you again, Captain Teach. Have you a moment? Of course, matey. Let's talk about your business, Captain. What do you be wanting to know? Never mind. I'm in need of passage to the Isle of Despair. Aye, I just received word from Mr. Bates to be expecting you. Said you'd be asking for passage to that hellish place, and that I should be taking you. I don't much like the waters nor the people there, but for baits, I'll do it. Thank you, Captain. Shall we leave at once? Now be as good a time as any. There be strong easterly wind, and the winds are as glassy as I've seen 'em in a long time. I not be the superstitious type, but I'd be inclined to say it'd be a good omen. I'm glad you think so. Let's be off. Oh, that was unceremonious. Here we are, I guess. Can we go back at any time? Nothing yet. Oh, it looks like I can just go back. I'll be waiting here on the deck for you to return. Okay, well, let's see what this is about. Doesn't look too uncivilized yet. Let's just comb the beach real quick. That's weird. That seems like something I shouldn't be able to do. Nor this, but we're gonna poke our heads around anyway. Just to see what's up. Alright, let's make our way back. I don't want to be too disruptive of the quest. I just don't want to miss anything. Hello, human guard. Hey, what? I'm looking for the Black Mountain clan. Can you help me? Clan? I don't know of any clans around here. You'll need to speak to Thorvald about that. Thorvald? Who's he? Thorvald is the leader of this enclave. He settles all disputes within its walls. But to see him, you'll need to talk to Ogden, his guard, first. Can I go inside now? Of course, but first you need to hear the rules. There are only 2 of them. You can do anything you want, as long as it doesn't interfere with anyone else. And in the event of any dispute, Thorvald is the final word. You've been most kind. One more thing. I mean, that should have been in your list if it was one more thing. I must warn you about wandering around outside the encampment here. Well, it's a little late for that. Why is that? We've lost quite a few people to a sorcerous beast that defies our guns. I myself saw a man eaten alive by the beast when his gun misfired. Where is this beast? I'll kill it for you for a price. We think it lives north of here. That is all we know. You would have to track it yourself to find its lair. We have a powerful magical amulet we'll give you for killing it, but I can't tell you what power it holds. It has never been identified. It's a deal, sir. Coolio. We'll do that later. Guards. A pit. Sure do like their pits here in Arcanum. Hello, half-orc bandit. May I ask who you are? I be called Norian. Out here on the Isle, nothing more, nothing less. What is it you do around here, Norian? Try to keep to myself mostly. When I'm not doing that, I brew a little potato moonshine. Potatoes are about the only thing that'll grow on this godforsaken island. I see. Must be quite the demand for strong drink out here. You can say that again, lad. Not much else to take a man's mind off of things. Makes me right popular around here as well. Most of the men come here when they've got something to trade. Speaking of, he looks you over, considering, I might have a job for you if you're looking for work. What sort of work are you talking about, Norian? Okay, sorry, I bumped the mic. I need to fix this because music is getting too loud. What is wrong with you? chill the fuck out, Strings. It's not a difficult piece of work. I trade with an old man by the name of Maximilian, who lives out in the wilds, beyond the village wall. Old Max ain't a bad sort, but dangerous. You know what I mean? I've owed him a jug of moonshine for a fortnight, but with all of the men disappearing, I've been scared to go out and take it to him. Perhaps I might be of assistance. Sure, I'll be the booze courier. You're a braver soul than I, if you're willing to face whatever's out there. Old Max might not even be alive, but I don't want to make him mad if he is. If you take this jug out to him, I'll give you a jug of your own. You never know what some of old Norian's moonshine is worth. I'll do so in return. That's grand. Here's the moonshine. He hands you the jug. And here's where old Maximilian was living the last time I saw him. He points to a place on your map. Tell Maximilian to give you a note confirming the delivery. You bring that back, and I'll give you a jug for yourself. I will be leaving now. Well, easy quest to pick up. How much space does said jug take up? Gotcha. 2. That's fine. Okie dokie. Let's talk to this human woman bandit. I ask what someone such as yourself is doing here, because I'm a sexist. My name is Cynthia Boggs. I was born here. The men who envisioned this hell for those who refused to adapt to their society neglected to provide for the offspring of the convicted. This is scandalous. You've been here your whole life? Yes, it was not a bad life, as it were, until my mother died last year. She kept the worst of it from me. Since her passing, I have become abused and treated like common property. Oof. Can't you speak with Thorvald about this? Thorvald will not listen to my tale. He is only concerned with the affairs of men. Women are beneath his concern. He is a dwarf, after all. Yours is a most distressing tale. What can be done about this? She looks around to see if anyone could possibly overhear what she is about to tell you next. There's a tribe of nomadic women on this island who have cast off the shackles of oppression these men have tried to impose on them. If I could escape from here, I believe they would allow me to join with them. What could I do to help? If you could speak with their leader, Loria, they might come and rescue me. It would be my pleasure to help you. Oh, bless you. Show me your map. Here's the location of the tribe as far as I know, and here's a white scarf to wear around your head. If they see a man approaching without it, they will attack him. How do you know all this information? My mother used to tell me tales of these women when I was younger. She told me to escape and live with them, if anything ever happened to her. Why don't you simply leave? I'm not allowed to leave the encampment. I've tried before, but they always catch me. And then the punishment... She begins to cry. Jesus, there are some nasty things you can say to this person. I'm truly sorry. I'll get you out of here as soon as possible. Nothing. I suppose we'll just go house to house until further notice. Ask your name? The man before you is dressed in rags, but hung from head to foot are small objects and trinkets of every kind. The name is Jones. Jones the Collector. They call me out here. Hello. Why do they call you the Collector? Because that's what I do, boy. Collect things. All sorts of things. All shapes and sizes and tastes and colors. If it's to be had on the Isle, old Jones has got it. Get me, boy? Ain't no one knows better about the getting of things than Jones the Collector. I think you get the picture, Jones. Do you trade as well? Does an ogre's breath smell like yesterday's catch? Trade? Boy, I've been trading longer than you've been asking stupid questions. Jones laughs, slapping his knee. The objects ring and clang as he moves. I'm just joking with you, boy, but yes, I know a fair bit about trade and trading. What sort of things have you been collecting lately? Oh, just about everything that washed up on the shore. Old forks and rusted pipes, the occasional shoe or boot. You looking for shoes? I got shoes you wouldn't believe. None of them match, but out here... Wait, he seems to remember something. You new around here, boy? Looking to earn some goods, make a trade? It's a possibility. What did you have in mind? Well, I've been trying to get someone to go down to Shade's Beach for the last few months. There's something really strange down there. And from what I've been told, plenty of things that a man might be interested in. What do you mean by strange? What's down there? There's a few mage types around here, and they say that just getting within earshot of the place screws up all their spells. Something down there that just don't agree with magic. Plus, old Dietrich brought me back a weapon from there, the likes I've never seen. I never seen. I'd go down there myself, but they say it's crawling with beasts and whatnot. Interesting. What are you offering if I go down there? He squints, thinking, I'll tell you what, you bring back some objects from the beach, and if you find something good, I'll trade you that weapon I told you about. God knows I can't make heads or tails of it. I'll do so in return. Done. Here's where the beach is. He points to the place on your map. Good luck to you. Can't wait to see what you dig up. I'll be off then. Cool. Lots of stuff being pieced together. I'm really hoping that this does not make me like drag my feet around and traverse a whole bunch of stuff. I'm really hoping it's like walk a short distance to the waypoint on the map, since it's a small island, and then just deal with whatever's there and then come back. That would be nice. The smallest home. The old man before you is lean and scarred. Watch your step there, lad. This ain't a place for a weak spine. Perhaps you'd better move on. I don't mean to be a bother. Might I ask who you are? He laughs at you. No, you may not. Your handmaiden manners are going to get you nothing around here, milksop. I recommend you find somewhere else to look like a dullard. Turns away from you. My patience runs thin, old man. I mean to know who you are. He regards you silently, then breaks into a smile. That's the spirit, lad. You might just have a little backbone yet. I'm called Goran, master of the pit. What's your business here? Just taking a look around, Goran. What is this pit? This here be the pit, lad. If there's a problem between two inmates here on the island, this is usually where it's resolved. Here, or by old Thorvald Two Stones. Men do a lot of gambling on the outcomes, and there's a few men and women who make their way on the island by fighting here all the time. Might I ask you some other questions? What do you do here, Goran? Me, I'm the master of this pit. Used to be a fighter many years ago. I oversee all the fights. Make sure no one goes in there who ain't supposed to be. I've been loyal to Thorvald for a long time, and he takes care of his own. So you used to fight. I'm looking for an expert in melee training. You must be trained as an apprentice. Okay. Looking for some dwarves. Who might I see about that? Dwarves? The only dwarf I know around here is Thorvald Two Stones, and even if there was more, old Thorvald is the only one that would matter. Who is Thorvald Two Stones? Thorvald Two Stones, he's the one who runs things on this island. Tough little dwarf, been here longer than any of us. And no one questions what he says. Got a big half-ogre named Ogden Big Fists. Just make sure it stays that way. How does one schedule a fight? You want to try your hand in the pit, eh? Ogden Big Fists is the man to see about that. He's second in command to Thorvald, and Thorvald's the man who decides things around here. I'm warning you, lad. You don't be going into the pit unless you're willing to be carried out. Understand what I'm saying? Clearly. I'll speak with Ogden about it. A few more questions. Well, that's interesting. There's no end dialogue. You just gotta click something else. Is this Ogden? Nope, just a generic guard. Oh. I was told to speak to Ogden. I am Ogden. What is it you wish to speak to me about? It's imperative that I find the dwarf Thorvald to speak with him. Thorvald resides behind these doors. Only a select few are allowed an audience. It is my charge to filter out those undeserving of the honor. Do I want to gamble on that? I don't have a back out option, so let's go for it. No offense, but you seem very articulate for an ogre. No offense perceived, sir. In actuality, I am but a half-ogre. Never having contact with either of my parents, I do not have any information as to the specific nature of my lineage. You never knew your parents? Nope. I have a vague recollection of the orphanage, though. Something about the memory seems a bit peculiar. He's very forthcoming about this. What seems peculiar about it? It is the most strange thing. As I remember it, all the other children were other half-ogres like myself. What's wrong with that? It is very rare that a human and an ogre would mate, and most of the time those couplings are the result of force. If there were significant numbers of rapes being committed by ogres, I believe the newspapers would have been overflowing with calls to eradicate ogres. Were you ever placed in a home? No, from a very early age I remember working in a printer's shop. From the early morning hours to well in the evening, I would then... From the early morning hours to well into the evening. I would then retire to a storage room where I was allowed to rest for a few hours. The next day I would be up before daybreak to start again. That sounds truly distressing. How long did you work there for? I have no way to gauge how long I spent in that miserable shop. Eventually I was rescued by a well-to-do gnome who made a big show about paying the printmaster a sum of money for the inconvenience. I now recognize this as the accepted way to buy and sell individuals. I worked for Mr. Chaplin until I was sent here. Why were you sent here? Mr. Chaplin did not wish to have a savage serving his guests, so he hired a tutor for me. Miriam was her name. I never knew that humans could be kind, or even what kindness was, until I met her. She taught me for 3 years, until I began to ask too many questions. What happened then? The more I questioned, the more agitated Mr. Chaplin became. Early one morning, the constable came to the house and escorted me away. I didn't even see Mr. Chaplin. My fate did not become evident until I was on the ship coming here. It's fucked up. For a lot of reasons. Why did they send you here? People don't like their property to ask too many difficult questions. Being an influential gnome, it was a simple matter for him to have me shipped here. I believe I was perceived as a potential agitator of the workers. I'm sorry for you. Could you allow me to see Thorvald? That's fucked up, man. Come on. At least let the discussion come to a reasonable close. I have a very specific rule I am pledged to follow. No one enters without first proving themselves on the field of battle, so to speak. The field of battle? The field of battle in this instance would be the pit. Barbaric, but effective in detouring the undesirable element. The island is sorely lacking any kind of entertainment, so the men invented their own barbaric form, pit fighting. It sounds as if you don't necessarily approve of the pit fights. I don't mind them. They make my job easier. They're just not my particular brand of entertainment. I'd rather pass the time with a good book. You appreciate a good book, do you? Sadly, yes. Why sadly? There are not many books on the island. What good is the love of books when there are none to be had? That is too bad. Is fighting in the pit the only way to see Thorvald? I'm afraid so. Yeah, we'll say it anyway. Whatever. You're an educated individual. You must see I'm not a commoner. Yes, it has been very pleasant speaking to you. It is a nice change. Must I bother with the barbaric pit fight? It's pointless violence. You seem like a decent chap, and I don't detect any subterfuge on your part. Thorvald will be cross with me, but go on in. He hands you a key. You've been most helpful. It's been my pleasure. May I ask you another question? Of course. What is it you wish to know? Have you seen any dwarves other than Thorvald here? No, I have not. Okay, before we do that, how many other houses are there? It's just 2? Let's visit the other houses first. Actually, let's save, because it's been a while. It's been far too long, like dangerously long. And you know what I also haven't done recently? I haven't checked everybody's inventory to make sure they're using their correct weapons. Oh, he doesn't have the strength required for that. That's alright. We can live with it. He took it over the balanced sword, so that's on him. Okay, nothing in here. And it would seem nothing in here either. Anything else interactable? This is the first one I went in, right? Yeah. Let's take a quick peek at the map. Make sure we're not missing anything obvious. Nope. I entered all the huts. Okay. Well, next time on Arcanum, we're gonna find out about Thorvald, whatever. It's got an H. Something tells me he just might be the last survivor of the Black Mountain clan. But who knows? We'll find out next time.